What up, Dan? What's cracking, man?
What's going on, man? How's things going?
Same old.
Saturday.
That's right. A Saturday show. Vegas Connection. This is where we talk about anything Las Vegas. Do you guys want to call in the studio just to chat it up? Call in live today at 702-409-4495. We are starting the new year fresh.
That's right.
Starting fresh. Well, isn't it crazy? Like every single year towards the end of the year, people change their goals and they like reset.
I think I do. I think it's crazy.
Everybody does like that mindset where like, okay, this is my New Year resolution. This is what I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to go to the gym or, you know, I'm redoing my business.
Yeah.
Did you do that this year?
I mean, I think everybody does. I don't know. I think that when you look at how people want to like get a reset and they get kind of redundant on doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, well, did you accomplish what you did?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people accomplish their goals. There's always those goals though that are your weakness, you know? Like for me, it's like going
What do you mean?
Well, everybody always wants to say go to the gym, you know, and it's not about going to the gym for 2 weeks or a month. It's like, can you go to the gym and sustain that over months? And that's me, you know. I think everybody goes through that mindset. Also, business goals, you know. What do you want?
Did you have a New Year's resolution?
I mean, my resolutions are always, can I be better than I was the year before?
So you didn't create one then?
Not really. I mean, I know everybody knows, like you said, who, you know, their characteristics and what they do. And
yeah,
for me, I know where I need to work on and get better. So I always focus on those things and try to make it work where it's I'm not looking back going, well, I didn't progress. It's all about progression.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Well, did you feel like you progressed?
I do this year. Yeah. I felt like I progressed over the last few years, actually.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
This is only the second.
I know.
You did progress.
I did progress.
Yeah.
I showed up today, so I'm progressing.
Yeah, you did.
So.
And you wasn't late.
And I wasn't late. I wasn't running in with papers flying.
Yeah, I was late. Trying to figure out how to create a thumbnail. That's funny. You're taking pictures and you're always taking pictures above them. Like, only chicks do that, bro. Why are you taking a picture?
It's like a dominating, you know, point of view though too. It's like, you ever see those people that take?
No, it's to hide your chin. You like this.
Yeah, but you ever see those hosts like they do like you know, like podcasts or hosting like a TV show or something, and the guest is always lower than the desk of the host.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like more of like, I guess it's like a dominating figure thing. No. It's kind of weird.
The only thing I do is like when you're too loud, I just turn down the volume. I make my volume louder. Did you turn on your cameras?
Yeah, everything's good, man.
Is that one even on?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that one is on, Dan.
Yeah, it's on, man. It is.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is running. Got you.
Yeah. Everything's running. Happy New Year, everybody out there. Everybody's shouting out Happy New Year.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. Happy New Year. That's right. Happy New Year, everybody. So let's go back to these goal settings. So you didn't set anything as far as like business wise. Did you get a business plan going?
No, I got a business plan. I mean, you know, we always look at
just to make more money.
Well, I think it's goals and it's like, you know, money is a part of it, but I think it's also too like, how do you become better as a person?
Yeah.
And as I get older, you know, money's important for sure. Everybody drives.
Freedom, man.
It's freedom. It leverages your time. It does a lot for you, but there's also ways to grow individually. I know it kind of sounds kind of cheesy or cliche, but it's the truth. Like for me, I want to be able to figure out what my faults are. And I'm not going to say I'm going to change them, but maybe fine tune them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. So growing as a person, you know, as I get older, I understand family's important and creating memories and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it's not just business that I'm trying to set goals on. For sure, that's going to be on my list. It's like my top 3. But, you know, becoming a better person, a better, husband, father, whatever you want to say. I don't know. Something like that.
You guys out there that are currently tuning in, let me know if the audio is in sync, if it's good or not, because it looks like on my screen, it's kind of like off. Let us know, guys, if our audio is in sync.
Seems like everything's good. Yeah, go ahead.
Is that what they said?
I didn't see any comments, but
yeah.
usually you would hear somebody say, "Hey, I can't hear you," or
Well, it's not about hearing. It's just like it's not in sync because I'm looking at my camera. It looks like there is a delay. So I just want to double check on the audio. If there's a delay, if it's not in sync, please let us know. So that way we can make the adjustments. But that's what I see on my end.
Cool, man. Everybody's saying it's good. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, yeah. All good, Hawaiian. Chee-hoo!
The high life.
That's what we do. What up, cuz? Matter of fact, I was riding my bike yesterday, and I passed one of my clients' house, did a video. I was like, yo, what's up, man? He was like...
Hey, did he walk outside? Did he give you a shout?
No, what is weird is that I rode right next to Spring Mountain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Spring Mountain, but Lone Mountain. No, not Lone Mountain, you big dummy. Mountain's Edge.
Mountain's Edge.
And Mountain's Edge got like this like park, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's all flat surface.
Yeah.
And there was like some kids like riding their bike around. So I was like, you know what? This is kind of a unique area. I was like, you know what? If I had kids, I would take my kids out here, park the car. It's just such an open area for like a parking lot, right? Right. Where kids could ride their bikes. So I'm like, maybe I should just ride my bike over there. But I was like, nah, you know what? I'm on pace right now. Like I'm trying to beat my goals. You know what I mean?
It's like you're in a mode, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly. So I just decided to just drive by. He sends me a text. He's like, hey man, I got your text. Looks like we have the same mindset. So I'm looking at his video, right? Because he's got his grandkids riding. It was literally his grandkids. And I texted him back, yo, I was just right next to you, man.
That's crazy.
How ironic was that, huh?
Wouldn't that be funny if you ran into him?
Yeah.
Like as you're riding?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, is that Chakits? He was just like flying by. Aerodynamic.
Yeah.
No, I think that too, I think when you start to look at the new year, everybody's trying to wipe away. Obviously, things are going to still linger, you know, going into this year,
especially like coronavirus.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that are saying, well, it's a new start. It is, but there's still challenges and there's still
a new
some
start
things.
of what? And here's the reason why. Is it because you're done paying your taxes and you got to reset and start those taxes all over again? Is that the mindset? Or can't we all just have the mindset is, why don't we have a new start every single day? Versus from January 1st all the way to December 31st. You see what I'm saying?
And I think it's sustainability and people need a break from life. I'm not saying everybody, but...
does that make sense, the mindset I'm trying to explain here?
It does, but I think people need to reset in their mind where if it just kind of ran together year over year over year, you would almost get kind of burnt out. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why people do it. They say, okay, well, let me just kind of draw a line in the sand here. Let me take a few weeks, and just kind of figure out where I'm at. Where do I want to be? Use this time, utilize it, and maybe work on all those things I said, you know, like your work, you're, you know, trying to become more of a family person, do the right things. Maybe you want to join something that you didn't join before. Like some people are like, you know, I always wanted to join that dance class and I didn't do it because, you know, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. But you know what? For some reason, timing right now seems like it's right. Yeah. I think people want new things to focus on and just something new. It's all new. Yeah. And if you feel like it's new,
you can start all over fresh.
It's like you just got that motivation again. For you, it's never new because you have that drive, that mindset that I have a goal. See, your goal might not be year to year. Your goal might be a 5-year plan. Yeah. And that might be a difference.
That's a good point. My goal is a 1-month plan. You know, one thing that I've learned as I'm getting older is memories, man. It's just really about creating memories.
It is. And you can't take all the things you accumulate in a lifetime with you. But what you can do is leave a lasting impression. Now, that doesn't say, well, you know, we don't all have the answers to, you know, what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to react. And everybody's, you know what I mean, as far as like business and things like that. But what we can say is that while you're here, take advantage of the time that you have. And that's what I think a lot of people are trying to do is they're trying to go year over year and say, okay, what did I do? And it's almost like, well, I wasn't doing the things or I didn't try the things that I wanted. And now that's 2021. Maybe some people out there will try things that they never tried before. And I think that's the good thing. It gives them that ability or that reason to say, I didn't do it in, you know, 2019 or 20 or whatever it is. Or I didn't hit the goals for my, you know, production that I wanted to do or start that business that I didn't want, you know, wanted to start. Now might be the time for you.
Yeah. Let's take a look at what the top 10 goals are. What do you think the top 10 goals are?
Oh, it's always going to be fitness. Always. It's going to be fitness. It's going to be money. I'm sure it's going to be travel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's going to be a certain amount of money. Well, I guess you can kind of put that, maybe starting a new business.
Oh, that's a good one. Starting a new business.
Yeah.
It's very hard to start a business, especially in today's market.
It is, but
there's also opportunity.
Yeah, there's opportunity. I mean, it depends on what business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going to start the businesses, we all know what's failing right now. It's hospitality service industry, right?
Yeah.
But if you start a different business, what if you start an online business?
Yeah.
And you're just distributing stuff online? You're not affected at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends. But I think people are going to start to transition and pivot into that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts
about
just people starting businesses? What do you think?
I think you can definitely capitalize on what's going on. I mean, I would probably focus on essential work, online business for sure. If I was going to do some sort of restaurant, I'd probably scale down to a smaller type of restaurant.
I don't know if I would do a restaurant right now.
But it would be like a fast food.
Yeah.
And we would only do deliveries, right? And like window side pickup.
Yeah. I mean,
so it wouldn't be walk-in. So basically, I would have a small kitchen.
Yeah.
And I would have accounts with Uber Eats and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, that's all we would do. Like, you can't come in, you can't dine. It's just, we minimize it, the staff of like 3, and all we're doing is just cooking, like, basically like Panda Express.
Yeah,
you know
but delivery.
And delivery, that's it.
Delivery.
Exactly. Now, as far as like a restaurant to sit in, brick and mortar, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I think...
Now, I did read in the paper, I think it's throughout the nation, 1 in every 6 restaurants is shutting down.
So let's say you're somebody out there that wants to, and I know we're not always going to talk about homes and financing, but this is still a show about that. Would you say that, obviously Vegas is a great place to start, maybe if you want to buy a home, but there's other places out there that maybe people are interested in maybe investing as well into investment properties. I don't know the markets outside of Las Vegas too much, maybe California a little bit. I know a little bit about Texas, but I mean, very small.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody out there that has money, would you invest your money in investment properties outside of a place like Vegas where it's maybe less desirable? Maybe the market is just not as hot.
I think what I would do right now is if you can stack as much as cash as you can and get liquid, because I think there's going to be a time where an opportunity will come. It could be through real estate, the stocks, the bonds. But I mean, every asset class right now is high. The only asset class that I see as low is just precious metals at this time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like this. So
it's like, what are you going to invest in though?
That's the thing. And also, if you're waiting for something to happen, there's not data that says it's going to happen. So you have to say, well, I can keep my money in my bank. Well,
there is data saying it's going to happen, because if you take a look at every asset class, you can tell if it's in a bubble or not because of history. But obviously, you're going to have to do your research.
But I'm saying I get it. I just think that this is my own personal opinion. I think that there's got to be a reason. For instance, in 7, 8, and 9, it was bad loans were written. That was the real cause of it. People were getting into houses that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And it was that really contributed to it. So
talking about that, we just reached median price point of homes when it was 2007, 2008.
Wow.
So we're back where we are.
Where were we at before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So
now, what are you saying?
No, you're somebody out there that's got money and you have it stored in your account, and maybe you're the average individual out there that is trying to get their ear to the ground about what to do, but you're not in the stock market, you're not in the housing market, you're not into investing, different ways, maybe bonds, whatever. The point is,
well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're a person that's diversified, right? You're not going to dump everything all in precious metals or stocks. What I'm saying is that, number one, you got to be diversified.
Okay.
But I personally would go heavy on cash at this time.
Yeah.
But also be diversified at the same time, because things can obviously happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I get it. And
like I wouldn't have. I mean, I wouldn't have all my money in real estate at this time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have all my money in stocks.
But there is people that come in with goals, and we're talking about 2021 goals. What if their goals is to diversify? What is their right path for that?
Well, it depends on them.
It depends on them, but it also depends on what
their financial situation and their goals are.
Correct. And I think
there's no one right answer, dude.
So what is your goal? Like, do you have goals that you want to accomplish this year?
This year, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stack another $1 million.
Okay.
And I'm going to buy an apartment building.
Okay. So your goal is in 2022, you want to buy an apartment building.
Well, I may not even get an apartment building in 21 or 2022 because the opportunity may never come.
So your goal is just to stack cash then?
Yeah, it's a stack cash, but I want to be in a position if there's an opportunity. It may be an apartment building. It could be a single family residence. I could run across a flip property. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just like, let me give you an idea, okay? A couple months back, my buddy was going to sell his Lamborghini.
Right.
And first he wanted 174 and he dropped it down to 150 and he was going to get rid of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should have bought it, but I didn't buy it. Right. But you know how much those Lamborghinis are now? $200,000. I would have bought it, drove it for a little bit,
sold it, flipped it almost, right?
Exactly. Floss it on YouTube like I was the man or something. Then just sell it. See,
so many do that too.
And I want to be in an opportunity like that. And that's what's great about being liquid, because you have to be liquid to have that opportunity. The only thing that's bad about being liquid is that inflation, 3%, every single year, you're going to lose a lot of money, dude.
I think too, though, that everybody, and I'm just going to say this just from experience again, is that not everybody may have that opportunity that you do because of what's going on. So I look at it.
No, everybody has an opportunity. You got to start from somewhere. And I'm not saying that because I'm going to tell you guys this. I didn't have any rich parents. My parents are split up. My mom is an immigrant. She's the one that raised me. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anybody, if I could do it, I'm telling you, Dan, anybody can do it.
No, anybody can do it.
Okay?
No.
But where I'm at today, it took me so long. But the problem is I didn't start until in my late 30s. Well, that's the problem.
Though.
There are other people that are a lot more further ahead of me, especially with technology now. This new generation could definitely take advantage of the situation. Like, I know guys on YouTube, man, they're making $6 million and they're only in their 20s, bro.
Yeah, but think about it like this.
Yeah.
They're in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You have no distractions. And I'm not saying that you wouldn't make it there, but let me just explain. So if you're 20 years old or 25, do you have family? Do you have kids? Do you have things that you got responsibilities? Do you have parents? What I'm saying is anybody can do it.
Yeah.
The cost, though, in return is there was periods where you're working 6-7 days a week.
Yeah.
Right? Grinding. Every time I called you, you're on the move. You're moving. You're doing something. Video, talking to somebody.
But that's a part of the sacrifice, dude.
And that's what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that amount of time or don't have the sacrifice because they have other obligations.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Correct.
Because here's the thing. Like where I grew up in Honolulu, Hawaii, it's not about how much money that you have. You know what I'm saying? It's actually about family, right? It's about that aloha. It's about, creating memories.
Yeah, it's barbecuing.
Yeah, just chilling. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one thing about Hawaiians is there's never a point where I've done a loan or met somebody from there that didn't make me feel like I was part of family, even if I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. Like, hey, what's going on? How are you? And I'm just telling you is because it's almost like, that from a family perspective, here it's all about that hustle and getting that, next deal or whatever it is. For them, it's money's important, but it's not, like you said, it's not the most thing. They like camaraderie. They like to have family oriented type of atmosphere where if you meet them, they want you to, they're your friend now, and they could be your friend for life. They might invite you to their house for a barbecue once they get into a house. So I don't know. I think everybody's different. Your path to success, I think, is hard work, dedication. I think that's like a big thing. I think everybody says hard work's never unpaid. You're right. But there's also a great big sacrifice that you have to come up with too.
Yeah.
And you almost have to put most of your time and dedication to that until you get there. Could take you 5 years. It could take you 15 years. Just depends.
And now I just wanted to say we're about 13 subscribers away from 193,000 subscribers.
Lucky number 13.
Come on, guys. If you guys are out there tuning in and have not had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, too, so that way you can get updated on a daily basis on new properties that do hit the market. Let's take a look at some of these questions here. I'm looking to become a real estate agent. Times are good right now. If you can get into the market, yes, now is the time to become a real estate agent. That's another thing. I was thinking about creating a course, but becoming a real estate agent.
Yeah, aren't you going to still consider it though, right?
Oh yeah, I am. I just got so many damn moving parts right now. I'm getting.
You're all over the board.
Yeah, I'm all over the board. Okay.
Let me see here. I would prefer to do a real man's working job like construction. Absolutely, that is a real man's working job.
Does that make you a man because you're doing construction work?
Maybe in somebody's mind.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that it is hard labor, man. I mean, there's people out there.
I've done labor work, and labor work is hard. But here's the thing. Let me tell you this. Office work is mentally draining. It's not physical, but it is mental. Like, there's times where, like, I just don't even want to talk to anybody anymore. Like, I'm just shut down. Like, I'll go home.
It could be stressful.
Be like 9 o'clock. I'm still on my computer. Now it's like 12 o'clock. It's like I don't even want to deal with anything that has to do with real estate. And I just want to just shut down.
The thing, too, is that everybody sees the end result of what it is, but they don't know, like, the process. You know, there's a process to everything. And the process is the end result. And for you, they don't see the grind. They don't see the process. They don't see, like, what stresses and challenges and things that you have to go through to get to where you're at, or even it's baby steps. It's almost like one step at a time, you know, like it's not easy. So, but I don't think anything is, but you know, going back, there's nothing wrong. And I think you have a lot of people that are in the construction world, you know, they have great benefits usually, but they do have they suffer from like, body problems or something.
Yeah,
happens.
it's like, how long can you self-sustain? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like maybe they have some chronic situation with their back or their knees or something. You know,
like I couldn't do it, man. I got bad knees, lower back problems.
So
now somebody said I would like to try some Hawaiian barbecue.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that shit is good.
What's that Hawaiian place out here?
There's a few of them.
What is it called? Just Hawaiian barbecue, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can just Google it. I mean, I forget all the names. Like, I did a couple of reviews on some spots, and they were actually pretty good.
The only thing I would ever order there, man, I was like, I always go there and I would eat that spam musubi. That's what I always get.
Oh, really?
Every time, man. Because you know why? I don't like to get in like the whole process of like eating. It's just like, it's almost like eating like a sandwich. You know, you just have it in a wrap.
Get it and go.
Get it and go.
Now, I do like Hawaiian food, but I don't really eat too much of it because I don't want to get too like bloated. You know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of salts.
Yeah.
Sodiums. You know?
Oh, big time, big time. I mean? What else we got here?
What else we got? I don't know.
Oh, I guess you can go to CSN. They have a real estate class. Yeah, if you want to become a real estate agent.
Yeah, it's just different. Like, you know, when you work a desk job, there's nothing wrong with working construction or desk job. It's just, it is what it is. But I don't know. I just think that you're here, like, how many hours do you work a day, would you say?
I don't know. I don't even count anymore.
Because you're just doing it, right? But would you say you work maybe at least 8 to 10 hours a day?
Like minimum of 10 hours a day. Because here's the thing. Once I'm done here, I'm still at the house. I'm still working. Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, just because I'm not here. But I'm here more than I'm at home.
So you enjoy the process of the work, though?
Yeah, because I can see the outcome.
Okay, but like, let's say...
You don't get gratification right away.
Well, let's go back. You have, you know, you've done okay with the YouTube thing, but... You didn't see results right away from that, from real estate, from everything. But there's that situation where I know I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to be there. You didn't think you would be doing as what you're doing today as far as everything. So you just had that self-belief, but you still had that work ethic to work that 8 to... So some people, when you're self-employed, you get a paycheck or you get a few paychecks and you're like, well, I'm going to take a break, and it maybe becomes an extended break, but you're right back in the next day. Why? I mean, it's just you love the grind.
Okay, remember when you used to have that 8 to 5 job?
Yes.
Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Friday comes around, it's about like 4 o'clock. You got an hour because you know you're going to go hang out with your friends and you're going to chill.
Yep.
You can shut down.
Yeah.
And Saturday and Sunday, Friday night, Saturday night, you're partying. You're not worrying about anything until Sunday to recruit. See, I don't have that feeling like, oh, it's Friday. I get to go home. I'm going to chill. You know what I'm saying? I used to have those feelings, but now I don't. I mean, this is just something I do every single day, and it's almost like building a muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Do you enjoy the real estate part of it, or is it a combination of a blend of I enjoy real estate, entrepreneur, investments? I mean, what is it that you enjoy? Because I'm curious. Is it just the whole process of all of the things that you're involved with?
You know, I started off by enjoying real estate for passive income. I enjoy educating people. I enjoy the process. And now I would say I'm more of an entrepreneur because now I'm in a position where I'm able to create a team, learn how to manage, because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning as we go along.
Yeah.
I make mistakes. And I love risk and opportunity, but it's all calculated.
Yeah.
And I love the challenge. It's not even about the money. Like I always tell people this. For me, it's about the credits. Okay? It's like playing a video game. You know, like the higher the points that you get, that's kind of like the level you're at. So that's what I look at. And I think it's more of a self-challenge, especially like where I grew up and where I came from, right? I want to see if I can do it. And I know the potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have like strong points, and there's other points that I'm not good at. I mean, if you look at, you watch my videos, some of my grammar. I mean, my grammar is horrible, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for me, I think it's not about people see the big picture.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit there and pick out all your flaws.
Yeah.
If you got that much time, I think you need to focus on something else.
Yeah.
I think it's more about, man, this guy's got a mission. He's doing what he loves to do, and you got to respect that. You know, and it's not about that or everybody may not like you 100% or whatever, but you got to respect it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's what everybody looks at.
And I think what happens is that some of these comments that do come in, like the younger guys are like, yo, Chuck, you motivate me. I appreciate it. Those are the kind of things that like push me along. You know what I mean? Like, yo, guys, if I could do it, you guys can do it.
You know
what I'm saying? Like,
everything
seriously.
in life is sustainability.
Yeah.
And you see, the difference is this. You don't give up on a day. You can be somebody out there that is doing something, and let's say that, you start doing videos, you start doing something. You can't give up. They don't give up. You don't give up on a certain situation. Like, let's say if you're doing videos, they don't give up, or they shouldn't give up, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So like you're basically in the grind and you're doing it. They probably see that there's a fall off with them personally on something, or maybe that's what they want to be, or they're trying to be. And you're like, man, this guy, it's Sunday and he's posting another video.
Yeah.
It's Sunday and he's showing another house. Like, man, I got to get moving.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. They see that it can be done, but it takes more than just what they're giving, or that whoever that person is giving. And they're like, Chuck, you motivate me. Let's make it happen.
So now that goes back to goal settings, right?
Yeah.
So now you're at the beginning of the year, you're setting your goals. You're going to come to a point where you just want to stop. Or if you stop one time, right, what eventually happens is you lose that muscle memory. And it's just like a couple months ago, I stopped going running, and I used to run every single day.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 6 to 8 miles, sometimes 10 miles.
Yeah.
But I hurt my back, right? So I stopped for a little bit. And now I'm not going every single day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the part where, okay, how do I keep going? And now you might look at somebody that is a biker, somebody that's a weekend, maybe not even a weekend warrior, but somebody that's been doing this for a while, and you're like, well, if he's or she's doing it, then I got to keep going.
Yeah.
Just like when you tell me, like sometimes you'll call me and be like, hey, you still at work? Yeah, I'm still at work. All right, I got to keep going. It's once you see the motivation behind somebody's goal, their aspirations, their drive, right, to become successful. I think that's where people get motivated. Everybody's got to have a mentor.
No, you're absolutely right.
And I think that's where it's at. They're looking at it as like, well, if he can do it,
I could do it.
I can do it. And I need a mentor to do it. Hey. He can be my short, and you might get another mentor.
Yeah.
But it's those stepping stones. Somebody might look up to you for a good 2 or 3 years. They might find somebody else, and it takes them to the next level.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
So going back to this goal setting situation. So we know that once you set your goals, right, there's going to be times where you fall off. Obviously, you need some sort of mentor, or you need to follow somebody that's constantly doing it. Because what you're saying is correct, because there's times where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. But then I watch a certain video and it gets me pumped up again. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to go do it.
You ever see like those, and that sounds stupid, but like those old Rocky movies? So I never like wanted to work out, but every time I used to watch one of those.
Is it when the song came?
Yeah. Well, it was just the whole movie. It was like, it just kept going and kept going. I'm like, man, I got to get out there and work out.
Yeah.
You know, when I used to race dirt bikes, I used to watch dirt bike videos, right? I used to be in it, right? There'd be times where I'm like, man, I'm kind of burnt out. Now I'd see somebody and it would just be like, you know, my motivation and this and that. I'd be like, okay, we got to go. Yeah. You start to see what people are doing and they're doing it. We don't know what they had to go through, but they're doing it. That motivation's got to stay there. And I think that's where you start looking up to people. That's where people get, you know, those heroes and mentors and people. It's like, hey, you know, somebody paved that path for somebody else to make it to where they're at today, you know?
Rocky's an amazing movie.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, it had its time, man.
My goal is to spend my winters in Vegas. I'm from near Toronto. I will be calling you, Chuck. It's in a couple years. The good news, I'll still be around. That's what's great about real estate, that I can just keep doing this. Well, now, as far as like taking people out and all that stuff, I probably won't be doing that in the next probably like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'll probably, you know, still have the team, running a business, and having other business.
And listen,
endeavors.
You did that before, so it's not like you didn't do it. Yeah. You went through your process, and now you're at a level where you don't have to do that. Yeah.
Talking about that, if you guys are tuning in, I just want to disclose that if you call in and you're looking for me, right, or if you talk to one of my agents, make sure that agent is actually on my team. Because what happens is sometimes you can call into the office and, you know, you're talking about real estate. You may ask, hey, do you know Chakits? And that agent could say, yeah, I work with Chakits, but they don't work on my team, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is because that has happened a couple times where the agents in the same office, right, will say that they work with Chakits and they're not doing nothing wrong, and they are correct. They do work with me, but they don't work on my team. So if you guys want to work with me and my team, make sure if you speak to anybody here at Simply Vegas, just double check to make sure that they are on my team, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, I'm going to say this too in my business. You know, you never wanted to like take somebody else's business. Yeah. I'm not saying that that's what's happened. Yeah. But what I am saying is that, you know, with when I used to work, if somebody was like, hey, you know what? I work with so-and-so. I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I work with them, but I'm going to direct you over to them. Why? Because if they're throwing that name out there, the only reason that they got to this office is because of that name. Yeah. So I get it. You know, I get it. But just being a little bit more thorough, detailed when you call in or if somebody's calling in your office. Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason why also is if there is a problem with that transaction, I don't want you to call me and say, hey, what's going on with this transaction? Then I'll be like, what are you talking about? Exactly. I'm not associated to this transaction.
That's true. You know, people probably think, they might think, and I don't say it, but they might think you know, this is your office. Yeah. You know, they're like, hey, this is Chakits' office. Boom. You know, because.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. A lot of people think that I'm the owner of Simply Vegas. No, I'm an independent contractor. Independent contractor. So what that means is that I do have my own business. I have a corporation, which is the Chakits Krulsawat PC Group, right? Yeah. That hangs my license with Simply Vegas. And Simply Vegas is the brokerage, okay? So basically, I'm running my own company, but I'm renting out this office. I'm hanging my license under the umbrella of Simply Vegas. It's required by law. So that's something I want to disclose. All the agents that do work with me, that are on my team, they're all independent contractors, but I do have contracts with them. So what that means is they're under my umbrella and we do things my way. Okay? Or it's the highway.
Oh, man. You want to answer some more of these calls?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, these questions. I'm thinking of calls.
Well, if you guys want to call in studio, that would actually be kind of cool because we haven't had calls lately. What's crazy is when we had that radio station, people were actually calling in. But I think people just feel more comfortable with some comments here. So if you guys want to call in live in studio, 702-409-4495. Again, call in live to studio, 702-409-4495.
This is one of these once it gets to that point.
What do we got here on some questions here?
Oh, let's look at it. Let me see. We talked about that.
Can we ask for you specifically? Yes, you can. Okay, so you can definitely, call us anytime. If you speak to one of our agents, just say, hey, look, you're a good-looking dude, but I want to work with chakits.
Here he is. Let's go over these questions. So my goal is to spend my winters in Vegas. I'm here from Toronto. I will be calling chakits in a couple of years. There you go. And that's a good point, because let's bring this up. We have people that call us even if they're a year or two out. Okay.
The structure of the deal.
To structure the deal, to start the application process or whatever it is if they want to. So the reality is that it's never too soon, in my opinion. And if you know the challenges, look, banking, if you're doing a loan, or maybe housing will change too within 2 years, but at least you're getting an idea. I don't think it's going to change drastically.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Let's go to the next one. When do you expect the surge of inventory to hit the Las Vegas real estate market? Do you anticipate the prices to level off this or next year?
I don't think it's going to level off this year.
I don't think it's going to level off.
Happens.
Everybody's waiting for March 31st to see what's going to happen again with everybody, if they're going to get either foreclosed or they're going to be...
they're not going to. It's not enough to impact the market.
Right.
And I think we just printed the most money in history.
100%.
And I don't think so. The only thing that's going to happen is, what it really comes down to is just consumer confidence. Once that consumer confidence is gone, then we're going to have a problem.
We had another question too, and I want to bring this up. And I'm not sure who said that. I'm sure if we scrolled up, we can see it. But there was a question about, is a lot of Californians coming here and are they moving here? And that was a question. And yes, it is. I mean, but they're not just moving to Vegas. Where else are they moving?
Arizona, Texas, and Florida, because those are
Idaho, right?
Well, a lot of people are moving to Idaho, but typically Florida, Arizona, okay, Texas, and Nevada, because those are friendly tax states.
Yeah. Let me see here. So if COVID is still hitting us hard, a lot of casino workers are going to start losing their housing or houses with no work. What are your thoughts?
I wasn't even paying attention.
I'll say it again.
All right, what was your question?
I love how that just is all like going and just goes right to a...
See, that's what's great. That's what's good about this show. It's like we can do whatever we want, and if I don't pay attention, then we don't pay attention. It's like, what'd you say? I wasn't paying attention.
If COVID is still hitting us hard, a lot of casino workers are going to start losing their houses with no work.
Yes, but remember, unemployment is 15%. We know that. Right now, as far as the coronavirus out here, I think it's pretty much surging.
Surging?
Yeah, surging.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Is it going to affect the market? I mean, yes, it will. But I think what's going to have to happen, it has to come to the point where the hospitals are overpacked, right? Crazy. People are passing away like crazy. People start to get scared again, right? And that's why we go back to the consumer confidence.
Well, look, I'm going to say something. So did the Vegas Strip, I'm going to bring this up just a second. Look at the Vegas Strip.
Did you see how many people was...
Yeah, but I want to bring up why everybody's making a big deal. It is a big deal. We all should be definitely keeping our distance, right? Now...
Yeah, not talking down into somebody without a mask.
And looking down with a picture.
Yeah. I'm like, get away from me, Dan. You're too close.
I was only 10 feet away.
Like, who does that?
So what I was going to say, though, is a lot of these people are from out of state, and a lot of them are younger. Doesn't mean it's right. Obviously, it's not. But it's not a lot of people here in Las Vegas that's probably not practicing. So, unfortunately, like I said, what did I say last Wednesday? People they're not going to take it serious. You're going to see Vegas. Now, New York, from what I saw,
looked like it was empty.
It was empty, right? Now, here, it's a little different story.
Yeah, no. What's up with that, man? Since like he talking all this shit, next thing you know it, he got a bunch of people down on this.
Well, you got people coming from out of state, man, coming here, and I mean they could have had better, But you think they didn't even do the fireworks? So what was the attraction? There was no.
The strip wasn't that busy, however, but looked like Fremont Strip. I mean, the Fremont.
It was busy.
It was busy.
All of it was busy. But what I'm saying is the clubs weren't open. I think the restaurants were at capacity, right? You couldn't even go in there.
Yeah.
what were you down here for? So I think a lot of it was out of state, younger generation crowds, right? Nothing wrong with, look, I understand you want to do the whole New Year thing, but they didn't take it serious, and I think they should have taken it serious. Or maybe, like you said, we should have had better restrictions on that. Yeah. You know, why did New York not have anybody, but yet we're fully packed down there on the strip? I don't know. I don't know how that got through the cracks.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, take a look at this. Nevada reports that 1,825 new coronavirus cases, 5 deaths. Doesn't that shit scare you, bro?
It scares me, but what I do know
it doesn't scare you enough to the point where you're paranoid anymore.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you have to pick your spots. Like, you can't just be in a bubble and stay home, right?
Yeah.
But if you know that there's a good way of you getting it by going down to the Strip or going down to Fremont Street or attending places where there's high capacity of people, then maybe you can make a better choice for that, right? But other things like, well, I'm going to go see my family. Maybe you do it at a limited basis, but you still got to see your family. So you have to calculate your risks. Anything in life's a risk, but do you want to exceed the risks by going down there and putting yourself and exposing yourself? Even if you got it and somebody else got it in your family, like my parents are 60 and 70, right?
Isn't that scary though?
Yeah, because if I go down there and I'm irresponsible, it might not affect me at all. But what if I go to my parents' house and all of a sudden it affects them, and all of a sudden they're in a position where they're in the hospital? See, then I couldn't live with myself, you know? Yeah. So you gotta calculate what you're going to do responsibly, I think. And I think that's shows right there that it wasn't done. So it's a little weird.
I mean, take a look at this. California reports 585 deaths in a single day as COVID cases in the U.S. top 20 million. Ooh.
A lot of people out there, you know, they have different views on it, right? Some people are like, well, I don't think it's that serious. And some people are like, well,
fake news.
Hold on. Or some people are saying it is. And you know what? You have your right to anything. That's fine. It doesn't matter, because I've had family that's had it and they haven't had any long-term complications from it. But that doesn't mean that it's not out there, because I've had family and people that I know have had it. But I also haven't had anybody in my family that's had it at a later age in their life.
Yeah.
And seems like that has a detrimental effect on them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's where it comes down to that responsibility thing. Even if you think that it doesn't affect somebody, it may affect not you, but it might affect somebody you know, or a friend or family or something, just because you were doing something like that, you know? So
Alex says, do all the houses are required to be in a brown tone, right? What if I want a black and white color palette? Well, it depends. If you're in a master plan community, you may not have that option. But I think it's kind of like on those tone colors as far as like the brown stuff, because it has to do with like the elements of Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are some homes that are like, you know, blue, white, but those are more like custom homes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do hate to talk about real estate on a Saturday, just due to the fact that that's not really the show.
Well, because you're in it all day, every day for 10 hours, you know?
Yeah, nonstop, man. That's all you talk about. You see, I've had some healthier... Well, let me read this question right here. This is a good one. Okay. Where was I here? Doesn't it cost more taking a realtor to a model home and making a purchase? Doesn't the realtor fees get added? No, it's already compensated. Here, this is how it works, okay? If you don't take a realtor, number one, this is the most important thing. You have no representation. You sign off on a waiver that says that we do not represent you and as a builder.
There's an important part to that.
And one more thing I want to add, though, is that you're not going to get a discount by not having a realtor, because having a realtor, they're going to, there's going to be fees. What you're doing is you're putting more money in the pocket of the builder and also the salesperson. Yeah. That's what you're doing.
But also, too, there's some things that...
Don't think you're going to get a discount. You know what I'm saying?
Let's kind of flip this and look at it from a perspective of a builder, okay, and also a perspective of the real estate agent. So
the builder wants realtors.
Well, the builder is there to maximize their dollar.
Yes.
So you show up at a builder, it's like showing up and they're saying, okay, what do I need to do? And they're like, okay, this guy obviously has no representation.
Good. I just made more money. Thank you very much.
And that's what a builder's in it to make money, just like everybody else in this industry.
Yeah.
Now, if you show up with a realtor that understands the policies and procedures, and what is it that they have?
Go ahead and please sign this waiver form, please. We do not represent you whatsoever. So whatever we tell you doesn't mean shit.
It's true. 100%. I mean, look, and that's, it's absolutely true because look, it sounds biased, but at the end of the day,
it is.
It does. But at the end of the day, you're going to be, if you have somebody going there, what is the harm on getting more information, especially somebody that's in the market?
The problem is that
there's no harm.
The problem is that people think that I don't need a realtor. Okay. And I probably get maybe about 15 calls a year where they're in a tough jam. They start asking questions, or they may be working with a real estate agent and that real estate agent doesn't specialize in new homes. Next thing you know, they're calling me. The first thing I'm like, you need to go speak to your agent. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably the last call you want too. It's like you gave them information up front. The calls that I don't like mostly, and sometimes it happens to me, is where you get the information, but it's almost like you're trying to cherry pick information from everybody you talk to, which is fine.
Which is the baddest. That's the worst thing that you can do. What you need to do is really find that one person that specializes in that field, and just listen to that person. And how do you know this guy knows what he's talking about? Because he's done multiple transactions. Now, if you're a person that's taking information from here, going to here, going to here, number one, you're probably a person that I don't even want to work with, because that tells me that you don't trust me or you don't trust the process. And number two is that you're not experienced enough to figure it out on your own. Because if you're going to do that, why are you even asking these questions? Just go and do it out on your own. Okay. Now, also, one point that I want to make here before I let you speak.
No, it's fine.
Because it's all about me. Right? Okay. It's all about me.
It's fine.
Now you just made me lose my train of thought because I was trying to make a joke here. Now, what the hell, where was I going with this? Son of a bitch. What were you saying now? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's the ADD in me, man. I just lost my train of thought.
What I was going to say is that a lot of people, when they're going and looking at new homes and they get those calls, right? Yeah. And we don't like those calls. I'm not going to say that we won't take those calls, but I get a lot of people that ask questions and then they get either approved or they get to a point where they understand how to get approved, and then they call me after they're going with another lender
and asking, doesn't that
ask
like
the same question, like, "Hey Dan, does that rate sound right?" And I'm like, well, I don't know what their model is, and I can't really say that, but just to call somebody after you've like kind of burned them a little bit.
Well, it's not even a little bit. It's like, you know what? I smacked you in your face. But hey, man, we still cool. But let me ask you this: can I get some free consultation, please? It's like, what?
And it is free consultation.
Yeah,
and look, you are, as a consumer or anybody out there buying,
you got to have some respect and also the courtesy. You know what I'm saying?
I just think there's a point where it's like, okay, I've already made my bed. I'm not going to go back and try to open that door and be like, hey, I'm kind of questioning what's going on. And you told me really good information. So
but I'm not going to use you.
Yeah, I'm not going to use you. But hey, what would you do in this situation?
Oh, I just remembered. Let me go back to my thought process before I forget this. So here's the thing. This is the reason why that you need an agent that really understands, like, especially on new homes, okay? When you go in, okay, this is the most important thing. You need somebody to go in and ask the questions that you're going to need to know up front versus going through the process and thumbing your way through it. So just this past, I think it was Wednesday or something like that, we just literally got into a contract with a client.
Yeah.
So when we went in, we asked the questions, right? I asked the questions that the buyer didn't know, but you're not going to know this because you don't do multiple transactions.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reason why you need all this information, so that way you can collect all your data, you can run the numbers and make sure this is actually correct. So that's the point that I was trying to get to.
And I think too that, just like, so we all get licensed and we all have stuff go on. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it does pertain to what we're saying. Mm-hmm. You have where people want to go online and do research, find out all the information, rates are doing this, housing is this, and great. You have empowered yourself on doing some, education for yourself and getting some basic knowledge. Now, the difference, though, is just like any business. You can go get licensed and do whatever. That license doesn't really pertain to actually what you're doing in the trenches or actually what's going on through the process of a transaction or any transaction. Mm-hmm. Just like any business, if you did something, it's never the same. So I'm saying that because a lot of people may get that information online. They may think that they have the knowledge. Yeah. It's great to empower yourself with knowledge, but going through the process, it's completely different than what you think it is.
Yeah.
It is. And I think that's where people think, well, I got it all, I got this, I know what's going on. You might have a good, like maybe 25% of it, but there's that other 75% that you don't know what's going on inside the deal itself.
Yeah, it's like this. You're going to court. You know how the process works.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you're going to go and just start representing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hire an attorney.
And you know what? Even if you know the laws.
Yeah.
Maybe the attorneys had more experience on how to work with judges.
Exactly.
Or how to manipulate,
but they have more leverage.
Talk to the jury, right?
Exactly. They've done business and they just know how things work. You know what I'm saying? It makes the transaction a lot smoother. But yeah, by all means, if you want to represent yourself, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that too as well. There's some people that, do that. But again, it doesn't hurt to have a second set of eyes, and also to make sure that you understand the process as well.
What if you save money going into this, like after everything's closed? What if you didn't know, by adding a realtor like yourself or somebody, they ended up helping you save $5,000? Or maybe the builder was trying to get around the fact of doing something for you and you went to bat for them and said, no, this was in part of the contract. You need this to happen.
No, you know what? You are absolutely correct. So I cannot disagree with that whatsoever. Let's
go with this one. Were you able to secure the apartment investment you wanted? Chakits.
I pulled out of that deal. I was a chicken shit. and here's why. Instead of paying like, $365 cash for a home, I've decided, and this is what we talked about last week on our show on Wednesday, where I was getting very itchy.
Yeah.
Just to buy something.
Yeah.
And this is where the emotion intelligence come in, right? At $360, right? $1,000 cash, I would rather leverage out that money and borrow $1 million for a commercial building.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because on a commercial building in $1 million, you can get 10 units now.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. That's a bigger return on investment.
Yeah, a 30 unit, I would only have to put down like $750,000.
Yeah.
But now you're producing over like $360,000 a year.
Yeah.
On net operating income.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm looking at some of these here.
Okay. Oh, what's up with the knives here?
I don't know. It's a good analogy, though.
Yeah, Vincent? It's like taking a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Let's go through some of these.
Dude, if you went to a fight and you had a knife and the guy busts out a gun, what do?
Run.
I just be
what are you gonna do?
I'll be like this, sir. I'm sorry. You the man. I'm out. Peace.
Let me see. Are there any added benefits of paying down more than 20% besides not paying PMI?
Or putting less than 20% down is not a good idea, you're saying?
Well, debating whether it's better to pay down 40% and pay off the mortgage quicker or pay down 20%. Well, I know for a fact that, and we had this discussion before, you put down 25%.
Yeah.
It does benefit you where a lot of times you get a slightly better interest rate for that.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to run the numbers 20% versus 25% and see exactly how long you're going to stay in the property.
It is still a benefit, though.
I mean, I don't think so.
Well, if they're saying, I guess he's saying, is there anything else other than that?
It depends on the situation. If it's an investment property or a primary residence.
Yeah.
So let me explain. If you only had $100,000 cash, you're buying a $100,000 home, I would rather probably put 20% down, right? And keep that extra 5% because, that extra, $5,000. Because the other thing that you could possibly do is do a buy down instead of putting more down. That route could be cheaper.
It could be.
That's where you kind of got to run the numbers. And also, remember, we talked about this in earlier the show that, you probably want to be in a position where you can be more liquid than anything. And if you could put less down and you don't really care about the payments, but it depends on your situation, should the market, right, tank, it's a lot easier to walk away with 5% down versus 25% down.
No, I agree too. And listen, everything you just said, I agree 100%. And
so there's no wrong or right answer. What I'm trying to do here is to really make you guys think and take a look at your situation to see if it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
So, let me give you an idea. I was just thinking about this in the shower. I have an investment property that have a balance like $51,000. I could literally pay that off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why pay that off when I'm using the bank's money to leverage it out? But I could pay it off, but also cash flow more money, but the returns are not going to be as high, but I know it's already paid off.
So we're going to ask a question or answer a question here. Is Pahrump a diverse area? They really want an honest answer. This is what everybody's looking at here.
You know what? I'm going to say yes. I mean, I've been to Pahrump probably like 5 times. I've never seen like one area it's like segregated. So I'm going to say yes.
There's not a lot out there though, right?
Yeah, it's just boring.
Well,
if you're into like dirt bikes,
it's a lot of flat. There's some like hills but you know what it reminds me of? Like and I don't know if everybody's been out there, but like if you go to California and you go to like
Bakersfield,
a little bit,
yeah,
or like Little Rock area or places like that where it's maybe at the time where it was more secluded, you got houses that are not as close, and there's a lot of land and there's a lot of free land. There's a lot of people that probably go there to retire, or they just live there forever because they just don't want to deal with like traffic or people.
I'm gonna tell you, like if I lived out there, well, let's just say if I bought something out there, but I always go out there like every once in a while, I'd be kind of sketchy. Do you know what I mean? Because if you have like 5 acres, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you only come like once a month, I would be kind of sketchy about that. If you live there, it wouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
She's also,
because it's too open of a land.
Yeah, there's another question that she has, and I think there's a lot of other people that are asking this question, but it's not just Pahrump, other areas too. Should I stay in North Las Vegas only?
So no, I mean, I would look at all over the place, man.
I wouldn't compare North Las Vegas though to Pahrump. North Las Vegas is thriving.
Yeah, North Las Vegas is a city.
Yeah, it's almost like, and it's almost up and coming.
Yeah, they almost have like 350,000 people over there.
Yeah, it's up and coming, and they're constantly building new stuff.
It's more industrial, I would say. Like, well, it depends where. Like, if you are like on the 15 heading north, then yeah, you're gonna have more industrial stuff right there because you also have Nellis Air Force Base. You have like Amazon and all that stuff. You have a lot of warehouses out there. But now, if you go like more northeast, where the 215 is at, then it's all like residential at that point.
What about other areas like heading towards north, like towards Utah? Is that thriving out there?
That's like Sky Canyon and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean it is.
How far out does it go? Because I know they got the racetrack out there.
No. The racetrack is out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what I was gonna say is like Sky Canyon from my office, and I'm on the opposite side, 42 minutes. Now from the Strip would be half, like 21 minutes.
So, I guess going back to the question when I was looking at it was, she wants to live in a diversity area.
It's all diverse here. There's not.
It doesn't matter. Like if you really want to get diverse, you can go down to downtown, right?
Yeah. Look,
that's
the
about
way,
as diverse as you're gonna get.
So here's the thing: the way it's broken down here is just based upon what you make. It's income level. That's it.
Yeah.
But what's great about Las Vegas is it's so diverse. No matter what color you are, what race you are. Right, everybody pretty much makes good money.
It's a melting pot, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like you're gonna go here. It's like Asians or Hispanics. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that.
Let's answer another question. Is it worth to put 20% down on an FHA loan?
I wouldn't even do an FHA loan.
Well, let me say this. Let's just answer it. We just answered it though, because you said it's probably better to not put all your money. FHA, you're still gonna have insurance for a period of time, right? So
I'm just saying, if you're gonna put 20% down, why would you even go FHA?
I would just put the minimum down and then then utilize.
But it also depending on what your situation is. Let's go back to this. If you were at 100,000, right, you put down 20%. And I hate to talk about this on a Saturday. I don't know why we always go back to real estate. Okay, so if you put down 20%, so your balance is $80,000, but you did put down $20,000, right? But let's just say your payments now is only $1,000, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if you went FHA, 3.5%, but now your payment is $1,500, so that's $500. So basically, in 1 year, right, you would actually be saving what, $6,000. So now the question is, how long are you going to live in that property for? What are your end goals with this property? Are you going to live in it forever, right? And also depending how much money you have. If you only have $30,000, right, or $25,000, but you want to put 25% down. Right, I mean, 20% down, so that way you don't have that mortgage insurance premium, and you're not paying $1,500, but you want to go down to the $1,000. Then that's a decision that you have to make. It depends on you, and your situation. How long you're gonna live in a property, what your end goals are. Did all that make sense, or I spoke too fast?
No, it all made sense. This last question, he's trying to strong arm you.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I thought he was strong arm.
Do black people live in Pahrump? And he said, answer that.
Okay, you want me to answer it? I don't know. Go out there and check yourself. There you go.
I'm not from Las Vegas. I'm from LA,
and let me educate this guy. Okay, so if you're trying to set me up, okay, let me explain something to you. As a licensed real estate agent, we can't say yes, one color lives here or another color lives here. So if you got a problem with that, then you need to go check it out. You asking the wrong guy.
100%.
There you go. And I know that sounds bad or the way I'm telling this guy, but you know what? You want to throw jabs, and I'm gonna throw one right back at you.
That's what it is, man.
Exactly.
Everybody's trying to get a reaction.
Like, come on, bro.
Everybody's trying to get a reaction.
I mean, look at this. You're so rookie at this, bro. Come on now. I've been doing this now for 10 years. But at the end of the day, it is very diversified, and it really just comes down to income level, and that's all it is, okay? But I actually do like Pahrump, though. I actually have a friend that lives out there. Yeah.
It makes no difference. So it's a dumb question. I hate to say that, but
that's why I'll play this game. You know what I'm saying? I'll play this game.
All right, so let's go back. Let's go to something else, man. I'm not from Las Vegas.
Hey, you know what's so cool about this? We could just have fun on here.
Oh, I know.
And not even take it serious. You know what I'm saying?
But you know how people are trying to set you up and you don't take the bait?
Yeah. It's like, come on, bro. You see these? Welcome to the gun show. I'm just kidding, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We can all do better. Come on, man.
Show me the money. All right, what's on the
I'm not
one?
from Las Vegas, from LA, and thinking of moving to Vegas or Texas, but I noticed the crime rate is insane this past year. I'm hoping COVID is the blame. LOL.
You want to know something? I did notice that crime has gone up, and I think that's all over the nation, though, dude.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. I did read an article a couple months ago that my buddy sent to me. It is on the Strip, but I noticed that the crime rate on the outside has diminished, but it's just increased on the Strip. And I think it's because of how trendy it is right now and like what's going on.
Do you think that the news has heightened the situation though? You know what I mean? Like,
no,
let me give you an example.
Not if they're saying like on the outskirts of Las Vegas.
No. Let me explain this though.
Yeah.
They're only focusing everything on the Strip.
Yeah.
Because it's going to bring people to watch. But is it outside any different? No. So if you're saying, like you said, the Strip, the reason why people are seeing this is because the Strip, Las Vegas Strip, is big.
Yeah.
For everybody everybody knows about it, right? Yeah. They want to watch it. You know, we got buddies that do stuff on the Strip all the time, and everybody's interested in it. So if you put news on there, and especially negative news, look at the ratings on that.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's what sells those in the news. All right, what is this next one we have here? Where we at, Dan? I mean,
why are you guys in office on a Saturday? You should be chilling and eating some barbecue.
Because again, I love the grind.
Hey man, we just gotta have somebody invite us for a barbecue.
Yeah, I know.
We'll go.
Yeah, call us, David. We'll go over there.
We'll go down.
I know. Hey, hit us up. Matter of fact, you know what? We could do a radio show at his crib.
We'd be a moving radio show. Hey, that would be crazy, man.
We like just pick up. Yeah.
You just got a van, and we're just like right from there.
Yeah. All we do is throw out like lawn chairs, and we just go live.
We can bring like a taco truck.
Why would we do that when David is going to do the barbecue?
I don't know.
We'll just roll up to his place.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, we just let him do the barbecue, you know. I was thinking we'd help out, but if they already got the barbecue.
I don't know how true this statement is. Crime is up because the governor has let out prisoners earlier. I don't know. Is that true?
They are letting prisoners out. I don't know if it's...
Is it because of the coronavirus?
Yeah, but I don't know if it...
I did read some sort of article where, like, I forgot what state. I think it was Hawaii that they were letting some people out because of the coronavirus.
They are. California's doing the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing it.
Oh, crap.
I wouldn't say no. I would say no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because,
but I'm sure they ain't letting out murderers, but I'm sure they're like misdemeanor crimes and people that deserve a second chance too as well. So,
yeah.
What else do we got?
I don't know. They're just going quick now. Crime is everywhere. I agree. You know what I mean? I do agree with that. Meaning, do we let these people out? I don't know. That's not my choice, but I think there's going to be crime regardless. You know, I don't know. It's always going to be crime. I hate to say that, but
is this guy back for more? Is that the guy?
I don't know.
It goes, you know what? We're just going to skip it. We're not even going to entertain that dude right now. All right, what's the other one here? That would be cool. Crystal's actually a big fan. Hey, give a quick shout out to Crystal. I really do appreciate it. Big fan of the show.
Coronavirus and marijuana, at least here in Michigan. Yeah, I mean, look, we got that here too. You know
what? Marijuana?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
You know what's crazy is I thought marijuana would boom. There's like certain marijuana shops.
It's booming.
It's booming, but there's like some shops that I've seen, like this little small shops.
Yeah.
I don't see like there's no lines, but like I drove past this place the other day. It was right back at the farm shops. and there were so many cars, and it had like this red ball, and it was like moving, and I think it was called like Planet 5 or something. I didn't even realize it was a marijuana shop. I'm like, what is this place?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I was in there smoking. No, I'm just kidding. It's supposed to be a joke.
Did you recover that day?
No. So basically,
you know what, man? They were saying some of these strands. I'm not gonna get into it. Are like
Yeah.
a lot harder for people. Like maybe it was a very more mild blend before.
Yeah.
But now it's like a really. Some people just can't handle it. Like they do it a couple of times and it's like not the same.
Yeah.
Or maybe their body just wasn't. It's not the same anymore either. But they're just saying it's a little bit harder on people. Depends on what you get, but
No, I got you. I'm trying to find this place. I don't want to really plug them in, but it was just kind of crazy. I drove by and I was like, what is all these cars and what are people doing? It's actually called Planet 13. And just the front of
They got
it.
a Planet 15 too, right?
Isn't that like some sort of like gym or something?
No, that's like a recreational place, but that I've heard like they got a lot of Planet 13. They got those on the cabs out here. A lot of the stuff out here.
Yeah,
So-
no, that's what it is. Here, let me just show the viewers of what I was looking at. And I thought this was so like amazing. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, what the hell is this? But anyway, so like they got this big ball right here, right? And it like spins and it has like water that's coming down.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it's almost like a shopping mall. And I was like, what is this? So
You
I had
see
to-
that right behind there too? They got that Resorts World that just got. Did you see the Resorts World on that?
I'm not happy with it because there's actually 3 companies that partnered up, so it kind of looks tacky.
Yeah.
And I think they spent like what 350 million or something like that. But
Yeah.
you got the Hilton partnered up with Resorts World and another company. So basically, what they're doing is in front of the casino, right? They have like the 3 logos, like 3 different brandings on there. It just looks so choppy. I
Yeah.
would prefer just to have like one name,
Yeah.
right? To market all 3 companies. So it's like 3 hotels in one.
What's cool about it though is if you're driving from the freeway,
Yeah.
you could see like there's like it's almost like a big TV on the side of the on the side. I know it seems like a little tacky. I think that's kind of cool. It's different.
I mean, it's different, but I don't know. I just feel like it's.
Let's wait to see. I mean, we don't. I don't know. There's not. We can't really say for sure, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, it looks cool, but it ain't for me. Like, if I had to pick one, I would rather have a Wynn casino.
I would do it. I would look at. Is there?
If you had to pick a casino, what casino would you?
Oh, if I had to pick a casino, man, I'd probably pick the Venetian.
Really?
I like the Venetian. I do.
You know what's great about the Venetian? The trend would never go old.
That's what I'm saying.
The older the building is,
Yeah.
but the facade, the better it looks.
I mean, I'll say that though, and I'll probably team that up with Aria because it's just like I love Aria because when you go to Aria, there's a lot of energy.
Oh, is there really?
There is, man. When you go there, it's like a lot of young, not young, but it's just got a lot of young money there. You got a lot of people out there that are just doing their thing, and it's like I feel more alive.
Yeah.
If I'm in a casino like that, if I'm in Vegas, but if I just want to go and just like enjoy my stay, I'm with my family and everything, I'd probably go to the Venetian.
I would probably just pick the one that produces the most money. What's a higher return on all these? Let me know.
Yeah, it's right. It's very right. So I don't know. Resorts World though, you got to give it a chance because we haven't even seen it.
Oh yeah, especially the inside.
Got to see it. I mean, I would rather.
I'm just talking about the exterior of the building and the way it's going right now.
Okay, so one of those things is that
For me, a casino.
I felt
for me to be enticed into the casino, it's got to feel like, yo, I got to go here. I got to see what it looks like. I just don't like the exterior.
yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it won't be. But I'm still gonna try it. I didn't like the Strat, but I tried it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It wasn't like it made a huge impression on me. Like
After the rehab on it, it looks a lot better though, right?
it looks better, but
Or is it still the same vibe?
Well, I mean, you
know what
go
I'm
there
saying?
and it's almost like going to an amusement park with limited rides. It's like you got one section like that's the top. Most people go there and it's, but I'm not going to go there and hang out and be a part of the nightlife there. I'm going to take my kids there and maybe we go on rides or go do something just at the top. But I mean, after you get past that part, what else is there to attract you there?
Well, it's just probably casinos.
That's
I
it.
mean, that's it. Now, here's the thing. I remember when it was called the Stratosphere. They used to have, I think, every Friday night for $20, all you can eat crab.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to tear it up all the time.
Yeah.
I was like one of those dudes that had 2 plates. Like one was just for the crab,
And you're bumping into people because
and I had another plate just like for all the shells.
yeah.
Like that's
Dude,
how
they used to have crab night at Green Valley Ranch Casino. And it was at the buffet. Of course, those are gone now, so we can't get that anymore. But we would go there, dude. I would literally, we would have like 7 people there, and our whole table would be nothing but crab legs all the way down. And we just have a bucket next to us. Our whole family, we'd have 7 people there. And it would just be one big table of crab legs.
Damn.
This is crazy.
Was it cold crab or steamed crab?
Both. They give you both.
Yeah.
Get the option.
I always like the steamed crab better.
I do too. I do too.
Here's another question. I was just about to ask what your favorite casino and hotel out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably the Wynn and the Venetian, and also the Bellagio.
Yeah, I just think.
But each one has a different
it's a different vibe,
like a crowd too. You know, what I'm saying?
Like the Wynn though and the Bellagio, I feel like I got to be a little bit more uppity. Like I got to be like, not saying it's bad. It's just I feel like, man, you got to spend and you got to be like, there's a crowd that goes there. Like they got all like real money, you know, and like.
No, you're right, because
Venetian's maybe a little bit.
I want to tell you this story
below that. Not saying it's bad. It's just. I feel a little bit like with my living style, I would want to probably be there, and I would still feel like I'm in an elegant place, you know. But
there was a time, I think it was like 10 years ago, I wanted to go to a real estate seminar at the Wynn, right?
Yeah.
So I walk in looking like this. Oh crap! So I walk in looking like this, right? Like sweats. Let me show you. Got the sweats, t-shirt. So I pull up. Go through the sliding doors, I get stopped by security, right?
Sir, are you carrying a gun? No.
No, he stopped me. He's like, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's none of your damn business what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for something. And he started questioning me.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, are you profiling? As soon as I said that, he looked at me and was like, what? No, you're good, sir. That's the first thing I said. Are you profiling? But I went there, I just wanted to be comfortable, you know what I'm saying, for a seminar. I didn't want to sit there, like, with a suit, tie.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm just here for a seminar, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here for 4 hours, and you guys are about to pitch me. Like, I want to be comfortable.
And I think that's where I feel like where you can kind of, I don't know. To me, like, when you go to the Wynn, man, it's just like, you got to be, I feel like you got to be like a certain, I'm not saying you can't dress down, but, you know.
But let me tell you, people that got real money, they don't always be dressing up, man. Let me tell you.
No, they don't. But I do feel that it's a little bit more relaxed at the Aria or at these places.
I feel like it's more of a younger crowd.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it's more relaxed.
Yeah.
Like in the older, like, you know, it's the vibe there at the casinos. Depends on where you go. There's a certain etiquette of what you need to be or how you need to act or handle yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you said, there's a younger crowd at the Aria, so you can be a little bit more free flow, freelance, if you want to call it, and you can be yourself. Not saying that you can't be yourself there, but there is a certain vibe. So it just depends on what vibe you want.
The Cosmo. You know what? But here's the thing. Every time I go to City Center, I feel like there's just not that much attraction at City Center. You got high-end shops. I'm talking about like some real high-end shops. And like the architectural design in the inside, he's out of this world with all this glass, and I think it's cool, but I don't think there's that much to do there.
Well, I mean,
Caesar's Palace, you have options at Caesar's Palace.
You do.
Shopping, restaurants, the location, you know what I'm saying? Like you can literally go across the street.
What do you have but here's the thing, what do you have for kids at Caesar's Palace? Do you have something there? I haven't been there in a while, but like if you go to MGM, they got like the M&M's world, and they got all these chocolate places, New York across the street. I feel like there's more to do for the kids down there.
Well, I don't think Vegas is really for kids.
No,
like the
but
strip was.
If you're gonna say what else do you have, like the outside of what everybody's attracted to at Vegas,
yeah,
those shops are really for like more for kids. Like they got stuff like it's a little bit more. I don't know. It's not so like driven where you have to stay in the casino. There's other things outside the casino or little shops outside the casino that work. So I don't know.
I gotcha. There we go. God, you see that? That's how we do it.
That's how you do it.
All right, let's take another question here.
Hey, Chakits, I forgot to ask why you came here to California. What do you think about our overpriced everything? I was waiting for you to throw a fit.
Oh, with the price? California is so expensive, dude.
Well, everybody's moving here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't believe how expensive it is.
Everybody's moving here, and it's all And they're not just moving here; they're moving everywhere. But look, I was in California. I'm from California.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Ranch Cucamonga area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's where I was riding my dirt bikes and everything. And I felt back then it was overpopulated, and I can't imagine it as it is now, and I can't imagine what the cost of living is now. So for me, it's like I think that I can't blame anybody for trying to leave and try to better themselves and have their dollar be stretched a little bit further.
You didn't move out here because it was cheaper. You moved out here because of opportunity, right?
Well, it was an opportunity, but once you get here and you see what you can buy, and also, what's attractive to me?
Did you even notice that when you came out here?
Yes, because
when I was younger, I didn't notice.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. The gas prices are a lot less. The rents to rent a place is a lot less. I was renting an apartment, a lot less. Beautiful apartment when I got here. $600-700. Everything though. Had everything.
You find me one that's $600-700 right
well,
now.
That's what it was, right? And so you move out here and then you're like, wait a second, and it's thriving and it's all new. They do seem like they're putting money back into the city. I can't see why anybody would not want to at least consider staying in this city or a city like that.
Yeah. Would you ever go back?
Probably not. No, I mean, there's no first off.
When's the last time you actually went back?
I mean, I was there a year ago.
Yeah.
I was there, but it's like you go down there and, one of the things is I don't go to LA a lot. It left a really bad impression on me, not because I understand people are going through hard times, but it's just gets worse and worse. People are on the sidewalks and stuff. Well, they're on the sidewalks and, it's just like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of money put back into the system or back into like you can't justify, well, I'm paying X amount of taxes and look at the results. Yeah, we're paying high taxes, but look at the results of what's happening to this state. Is that everywhere? No, but I think that California's so big, you really got to know where you're going to stay if you were going to move back there. And with all the taxes and all the regulations and things that goes on, especially if you're a business owner, I can't see why anybody would want to go back there once they leave.
Hey, remember that time we went to California together? And this is a couple years back. I would say probably like 8 years. It's kind of on a budget. And I let you set up for a hotel. This mother. Let me tell you, man, what Dan did was he was like, yo, I got the hotel. And he was being frugal like a mother, right?
Hey, but check this out. 5 stars. It was 4.5 stars.
This dude got hustled. I walked into this hotel. I was like, yo, I'm walking out of there. This shit had like needles and shit. This had like pimps. Like, this is like where you would go to like stay at a place.
Where was it at?
I don't even know. Yeah, and it was like a place. And I was like, dude, we got to get the hell out of here. So, like, this guy took me on a mission. Like, we were going through like some industrial area and it was like just hidden. We finally get there.
We walked in and walked out.
Yeah, we walked in, and basically at the counter was like all like bulletproof glass, and this shit had like needles like on the floor. I'm like, bro, I ain't sleeping here. So we got up, we left, and we had to find this place like really quick online. Then we found this pretty good place, but there was like only one bed, and we were basically bunking it together. And I'm sure the guy that's rang us up, the receptionist is like, look at these two guys. At that point, I didn't even care. I was like, dude, I'm tired. It's like 3:00 in the morning.
Hey, when you woke up though, you had your arm around me, so I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. But it was bad, dude. It was really bad.
And I remember we were driving, and every stoplight that we went to, Dan was so intrigued, right? Because everybody would come up to his car, started spraying his window. He started like wiping his window, and they were like asking, hey, can I get some spare change? Dan was like, what the hell? Dude, it was like a whole different world, dude.
Dude, it was a third world country.
It was.
It felt like I was driving through a third world country.
It was. Like, I was literally like, I'm going to lock my doors, man, just in case somebody opens this thing.
It's weird. And people were just like...
And that was like 8 years ago. Imagine now.
I mean, look, people were picking out of the trash. I mean, look, everybody's gone through hard times. I get it. But it was just a long period of road where we saw... And
the homeless population has increased dramatically in LA right now.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just different. That really left a lasting impression on me. I'll be honest. Like for me, it's just like, wow,
it's sad, dude.
People are spoiled when they don't see that. I know there's homelessness here. and it is a problem everywhere. But
oh, that's not bad. This dude's paying $4,000 for a 1-bedroom penthouse. I mean, is it a real penthouse? It is. That's not bad, man. $4,000 a month. See? That's actually a pretty good deal.
No, that's a good deal.
I would say it is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a penthouse, that means you're on the top. How big is that penthouse? So let us know, man. How many square feet on that? And do you get a beautiful view? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because if you're in L.A.
See, look at Los Angeles high-rises leasing for half off. It's probably because of what's going on, like everybody.
Just leaving.
Well, what's going on, too, is a lot of people, and I'm not going to go back on this, but they're leaving these big cities and they're going to more rural areas because they can work from home.
Well, it's not even because they can work from home. Everybody's just trying to reposition.
Well, look, you have a job where you have to be somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're in New York, you're in L.A., you're in Texas, Houston, whatever. You got to be in the city because you got to report to a place, right?
Yeah.
Brick and mortar. You're at home now. They're like, hey, you know what? It's going to be a permanent position from home. Okay, cool.
Well, also what I'm saying too is I'm going to tell you this is that people that do have a job where they have to be at a brick and mortar because they're going to retire in like 5 years, they buy one here and they're just working until they're done.
Yeah.
And transitioning.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that on out.
Right.
Hard times, that's right. Just bought a 4-plex and a single-family home here in Vegas for the price as a studio in San Francisco. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy.
Damn, he bought a 4-plex without me? Son of a bitch.
Here in Vegas?
Yeah. Oh. Hey, you know what? Congratulations, man. I wonder what you pay for that $100,000 a door. And did you pay cash or did you finance? I want to know that. Let me know. Let me know what your returns are on that 4-plex. I'm curious.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like I was telling you, though, a lot of people...
Yeah, New Yorkers are leaving in...
well, everybody.
Yeah.
It's everybody. I mean, look, everybody's ditching the higher cost living in the cities to go to a place where it's lower cost and you can work from home. And I would do the same thing. Why would I stay in a city where I got to pay double the amount of rent or mortgage where I can go to another place, work and do the same job, make the same income in some cases, and still have this, and then have a better living, environment? Why would I not want to do that?
But eventually, this place is going to get pretty expensive.
Well, I think it's already expensive. I mean, is it going to be as expensive though as living in New York or California? It probably never will get to that point.
What is a lease back and doesn't make sense? A lease back is basically you buy a property from a seller, and once you buy it, you're leasing it back to them for 3 months, 2 months, whatever it is.
Ooh, look at that.
What happened?
$100 a door, FHA, and bought the single family as a second property with 10% down. Ooh, that's a good deal.
Ooh, I wonder why he didn't do just 3.5% down and leverage out his money.
Yeah, that's what he did. FHA.
No, he did FHA.
Oh, but you know what? FHA
with the 10% down.
Yeah, but that's not a second home. FHA is a primary residence.
So did he buy it as a primary? Because if he did it as a primary,
he probably did it as a conventional loan, is what he meant to say.
Yeah, that's probably what is that 10% down.
Yeah, that's why 10%.
So what is your returns on that? Because on $100,000, that's $400,000. You put down 10%, that's $40,000, and your rent's probably about $650 on the low side. Let's just say, with everything, you're probably making, what's his monthly mortgage on that? It's probably gonna be pretty high. I don't know what
his purchase price was.
Yeah. Oh well, $100,000 a door. That's $400,000. So at $400,000, he put down what?
He's probably got a mortgage about.
Well, let me see here, and he's probably got a rate about what? I'm gonna say 3.5%.
Yeah.
Would you say 3.5?
I mean, probably the high end, but yeah, 3.5. You can put that in there.
Yeah, I love running these numbers here. He's probably making about 4%.
Crystal said, "Let's run the numbers."
All right, let's run the numbers for real.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, so
She's calling you out. Let's run the numbers, man. We're part of the group.
Yeah, we run the numbers.
We're on the CK group.
I don't know what his situation is, but I'm just gonna throw this out here. $400,000 at 10% down at 3.5%. He's at $2,300, right? So let's just say $2,377. I'm gonna just make it $2,400. I'm gonna let you keep talking, Dan. So we're at $2,400.
Hey, right? Man, they're gonna start telling you they're gonna start saying the same things you say.
You know, I'm gonna adjust the taxes. The tax limit about $1,200 a month. Move this to $1,200.
Single family bought a second home with 10% down.
So he's at 23. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say make it 2,300. Let's just say best case scenario, he's making $750 Okay, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the location, but let's just say these are all 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 750 times 4. So now we're at 3,000. He's making a total of $700 a month. That doesn't include vacancies at 10% and also property management. He's probably managing it himself, but also keep in mind, if you are managing it yourself, you're putting the time, work, and effort into it, so you have to calculate that. So if we did a 10%, right, on that of 2,300, that's another, let's just say, another 230. So we're going to take 200. Oops, let's get this calculator back up and running. So we're going to do 230 minus 700. He's making 470 times 470 times 12. Okay. Let's get 470 times 12. That's 12 months, 5,640. He's got 40,000 into the deal. He's got also closing costs. So let's just say 45,000. So now what we're going to do is take 5,640 divided by $45,000 cash out of pocket. He's making roughly about a 12% return.
There you go.
So that's actually pretty good. That's really good. But that's based upon if his rates are at 750, okay? Mm-hmm. But again, it just really depends also on the interest rates and all that stuff, taxes. But this is just to kind of give you a rough idea. But let me just make sure I am calculating this correct. 230 minus 7. What was it? 700.
Hey man, I thought you didn't want to talk about real estate on Saturday.
Yeah, I know. But when we talk about this shit, you know how much I love this shit. Times 12. Boom. Boom.
She's calling you out, man. She's just like.
Let's recalculate this again, divided by 45,000.
Oh man, it's turned into like a mathematics class.
Yeah, 12.5% return. That's a hell of a good return, dude. But again, I don't know the full stories. I'm just making these up based upon the numbers that I'm speculating based upon this text. And yes,
are we gonna have a test after this? I just want to know if it's gonna be graded.
Mm-hmm. I wonder where that location was. But anyway, what else questions do we have here?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to go.
He's like, bam.
All right, so let's take a look. I don't know, man. I'm moving back to Vegas, trying to move before I retire in 20 years. So hopefully in the next couple of years,
mm-hmm.
I think Crystal's saying that she's maybe pulling the trigger.
Hurry up. We've been waiting for you for so long.
Yeah, she's watch her on the show, man. She looks like she's heavily involved, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know,
so what is this? A $10.50 a month Section 8 mortgage in 2005 a month. I'm not too sure what that is. If you can elaborate that, I'm not too sure.
Oh man, this guy said I would love to sit next to you in math class.
It's like, oh yeah, he Asian.
It's like numbers and your ears perk up. Like what?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you the story, man. Freshman year, I was in I think it was in biology or something. I forget what class it was. And this girl was like, "Yo, can I copy you?" Right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "You sure you want to copy me?" And I just literally just went to this class, right?
Uh-huh.
First day, taking a test. I had all wrong answers. She copied me.
And what did she tell you? Did she tell you?
Yeah, she did. She's like, "I ain't never copying you no more." I was like, "Thank God."
Dang. So she thought she really got hooked up there, and then it was like,
yeah.
Was it like a big exam, or was it just a quick?
Yeah, it was like I think it was a quiz or something.
Yeah, it's just a quiz.
And she was like, "Oh, he Asian. He know this stuff." Dude, the only thing I know is math.
It was what I'm saying. And then you're sitting there and you're like going through the process, and it's like, oh, it's a confidence level, you know. Oh, I got this. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait a second.
How do I protect my $1.3 million cash deposit account? Should I buy real estate? I'm still working. That's actually a pretty good question. You would have to contact a CPA, and also I would actually contact an attorney too as well, because if you got $1.3 million, you better make sure that shit ain't in your name, man. You want to control assets, and you want to be the beneficiary of the assets, right? but you never want to have anything in your name.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my account, I'm broke. I ain't got no money.
The business owns it all. The businesses.
All my entities, like, they all got it. Like, I don't have anything. Like, you look at my account, I got a couple $1,000. That's it.
So when you go get a loan or you try to get something,
yeah,
all right, is it harder
to get a loan?
Mm-hmm.
No, because they calculate all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to just play the game.
How do I protect my 1.3 million cash deposit account? Should I buy real estate? This is the question. Remember we talked about in the beginning.
Well, I just answered that question, how to protect your asset.
Yeah.
She said, why not?
Why not what?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Probably answering another question.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well,
anything else?
No, anything on your New Year's resolution?
I don't have a New Year's resolution.
You don't have something you want to accomplish this year?
No. I think the only thing I'm going to go into this year is marketing heavily into $1 million listings and taking on listings. Now, I do listings too as well. I just mostly focus on, the buying side, but now I'm pivoting into just $1 million listings. And that's one thing about real estate that you'll notice since I've been doing this. 1 minute I'm a short sale expert. 1 minute I only work with sellers out of state. You know what I'm saying? All I did was listings. 1 minute I'm doing buyers. And you always got to transition in this market. But I've noticed in this market, if you're a realtor out there, a couple things. If you're a realtor out there and you guys want to collaborate and do some videos together, let me know. Okay. The other thing is that I'm starting to realize these $1 million listings, right? They're moving quick. So that's going to be my hyper focus this year.
You think about that 5 years ago, we would be like, wow.
Dude, I remember when I got my first listing at 500,000.
It was you can't believe it, right?
I was like, I don't even know how to act, man. I don't know if I'm just getting too bougie or what, but I'm just telling you guys how it is. You know what I'm saying?
You're walking around you got the little slippers underneath your desk. You know what I mean? Like when you walk out, you just come in, you take them off. Mm-hmm. You got the robe.
Today I rolled up in my pajamas and shit.
Oh my gosh.
But guys, hey, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this show. I really do appreciate it. We are into this about an hour and 35 minutes. And we really do appreciate your guys' time. You guys could be anywhere, right? But you decided to be with us on a Saturday for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in real estate, we do have a radio show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's where we talk about real estate and financing. So we do really, really appreciate that if you subscribe to the channel. Real quick, Dan, you want to plug something in? Oh, so one more thing. I'm going to check here real quick. I want to see if we hit 193,000 subscribers. Let's see where we are at today. All right, I'm just nine more away from 193,000.
Come on, people, make that happen.
That's correct. All right, Dan, you want to finish off the show? You got 30 seconds.
VegasLoanGuru.com if you want to go look at a loan there. And also I have a channel that's just getting started, Dan French. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great start to 2021.